Hey everyone, let me tell you something you already know. If you don't know phrasal verbs, you, my friend, are in big trouble, because native speakers use them a lot. And if you want to become fluent in English, you better start learning them now. Believe me, if you do, your English will never be the same again. And today, we're going to look into 7 phrasal verbs that not a lot of English learners know, but native speakers use them a lot. If you incorporate them into your speech, your English will sound supernatural. Here's our task for today. First, you'll get a sentence, and you'll have to rephrase it using a phrasal verb. You will have 10 seconds to do it. But if you need more time, just press pause and take a moment to think. Don't worry, I will provide a quick explanation of each phrasal verb right after. At the end of this video, I will quiz you, and you can check how well you've remembered them. And don't forget to subscribe to our channel to get notified about more useful videos for you. Without further ado, let's dive into the world of phrasal verbs. And our first sentence is the following. Let me explain this to you. Try to replace the verb explain with a phrasal verb. You have 10 seconds to think. All right. The correct phrasal verb in this sentence should be break down. So we can say, let me break it down for you. Break down something means to separate something into smaller parts in order to make it easier to understand. Here are some examples. I will break down the key concepts of our new project. I don't want to break this down for you, but here's the truth. Could you break down the main reasons behind your actions?
Okay, Maggie, look. Let me break it down to you how it's going to happen.
Okay, let me break it down for you, all right?
Let me break it down for you so you understand. I'll hold your hand like a small child. I'm not going.
Yes, you are.
Let's move on. Our next sentence is the following. I can't understand the meaning of this letter. You have 10 seconds to think. I hope it was easy for you. The sentence with a phrasal verb should be, I can't make out the meaning of this letter. We use make out when trying to understand something or determine its meaning. Here are some examples. I couldn't make it out at all. It's hard to make out why he did it. As far as I can make out, he didn't get the job.
I'm sorry, but I'm afraid I can't make out the date.
Dan, the first 4 numbers of the plate were 5820, but I couldn't make out the last few.
And I couldn't make out what she was saying.
Next up, can you rephrase the following phrase? Stop calling me lazy. I am just tired. Take a moment to think. Okay, the correct sentence is, knock it off with calling me lazy. I am just tired. Knock it off is usually used to tell someone to stop doing something annoying or foolish. Here are some examples. Hey, knock it off, it's not funny anymore. You need to knock off the procrastination and get to work. Knock it off with the loud music, I'm trying to concentrate.
So we're going to knock off practice today half hour early, and we are going to clean this facility until it shines.
You knock it off and just talk to me?
What?
Hey, knock it off, or I'll...
Or you what?
Let's move on. Our next sentence is the following. After a long day at work, I like to relax on the couch. Try to rephrase it using a phrasal verb. You have 10 seconds to think. I hope you got it. The correct sentence with a phrasal verb is, after a long day at work, I like to kick back on the couch. This phrasal verb is very common, and native speakers use it a lot, meaning relax or take it easy. I encourage you to start using it too. It will make your speech sound more natural. Here are some other examples of using this phrasal verb. When at home, I kick back and watch TV. I can't wait to kick back on the beach during my vacation. We decided to kick back and have a barbecue in the backyard.
Elizabeth taught him about style. How to kick back and treat yourself now and then.
Well, hey, everybody, just kick back and relax a little bit, man.
You kick back and enjoy the ride.
Next up, can you rephrase the following sentence? His story just doesn't make sense. Take a moment to think. All right, the correct phrasing would be, his story just doesn't add up. You probably know that the verb add up is typically used in math calculations. For example, if you add up 2 and 2, you'll get 4. However, over time, this phrasal verb has evolved to convey the idea of being logical or making sense. So, if you say it adds up, it means it makes sense. Here are some examples. The various facts in this case don't add up. Well, I could be wrong, but it all seems to add up. Don't worry, everything will add up eventually.
I'm just a public school guy, so, pardon me, but it didn't add up until now.
It doesn't add up. And you know what else doesn't add up? You don't add up. And I'm gonna find out exactly what's going on.
Next up, can you rephrase the following phrase? Let's start the meeting. Take 10 seconds to think. I hope most of you got this. Here's the right option. Let's kick off the meeting. This phrasal verb originates from sports such as soccer and American football. Kick off signifies the beginning of a game, when players kick a ball from the center of the field to commence the match. With time, kick off started being used to indicate the beginning, initiation, or launch of something, be it a game, a project, an event, or anything else. Here are some additional examples. The CEO will kick off the conference with an opening speech. Let's kick off the summer vacation with a trip to the beach. I plan to kick off the party with some fun icebreaker games.
This party kicks off our senior year.
Round 2 kicks off, and incredibly, the challenger Adam is giving the champ a run for his money.
Because I'd really like to kick off my campaign right away, in the morning.
Now how about this one? Let's rephrase the following sentence. Write anything you want on this piece of paper. Take a moment to think. I hope you have chosen the correct phrasal verb. The revised sentence should be, take down anything you want on this piece of paper. Additionally, instead of take down, there are several other verbs that can express the same idea of making notes. You can use put down, write down, note down, jot down. They all convey a similar meaning, so feel free to use any phrasal verb you prefer. Here are some examples. He noted down my address. May I write down your name, please? I would appreciate it if you could jot down the key points of the meeting.
Let me put my secretary on, and she'll take down your info.
Begin to jot down thoughts, anything that crosses your mind.
You haven't put down your husband's name.
Now, let's do the quiz and see how well you've remembered those verbs. Could you rephrase the following sentence using one of the phrasal verbs we discussed today? It was hard to understand what he was saying. You have 10 seconds to think. I hope you got it. The right rephrased sentence should be, it was hard to make out what he was saying. Next one. Can you rephrase this sentence? His explanation doesn't make sense. Take a moment to think. And the correct sentence should be, his explanation doesn't add up. I hope you remember this one. Let's move on. How about this one? Can you write the address for me? I don't have a pen. You have 10 seconds to think. Okay. The right sentence should be, can you take down the address for me? I don't have a pen. If you used put down, write down, note down, or jot down, it is also correct. All of them express the same idea of making notes. Next one. Try to rephrase this sentence. I don't know how to explain this to you. Take a moment to think. I hope it was easy for you. The correct sentence should be, I don't know how to break this down for you. Let's move on. How about this one? The concert will start with a performance by a local band. You have 10 seconds to think. And the correct way to say it is, the concert will kick off with a performance by a local band. I hope you got it. Next one. Try to rephrase the following sentence. Let's relax on the beach and soak up the sun. Take a moment to think. The correct way to say it is, let's kick back on the beach and soak up the sun. Remember this phrasal verb meaning relax. And the last sentence to rephrase is the following. Stop it, it's not funny anymore. You have 10 seconds to think. All right. The correct sentence should be, knock it off. It's not funny anymore. I hope you got it. Congratulations on challenging yourself to improve your English skills and learn those phrasal verbs. If you were able to use all of them correctly, you've taken a big step towards English fluency. So give yourself a pat on the back. Don't forget to share your results in the comments. Now that you've learned these phrasal verbs, start integrating them into your daily speech. This will significantly enhance your English and help you sound more natural. Thank you for spending time with me today. Remember to like and subscribe to our channel for more amazing language videos. Until next time, keep learning and shine bright.
Like a